Today we celebrate the life of St. Peter Canisius, a very important figure in the Catholic Counter-Reformation that responded to the 16th century spread of Protestantism. He was a priest and doctor of the Church. His efforts as a preacher, author, and religious educator strengthened the Catholic faith in Germany, Austria, Switzerland, and parts of Central Europe. Writing about St. Peter Canisius, Pope Leo XIII noted similarities between the late 19th century and the saint's own lifetime, a period when the spirit of revolution and looseness of doctrine resulted in a great loss of faith and decline in morals. More recently, in a 2011 general audience, Pope Benedict XVI taught that the Jesuit saint found success in ministry by living as a personal witness of Jesus. Peter Canisius, originally Canis and changed to Canisius, was born in the Netherlands. His father was a wealthy public official, but his mother died soon after his birth. He began his university studies in Cologne around the age of 15, and obtained his master's degree when he was 20. Despite his father's preference that he should marry, Peter made a decision to remain celibate. 3 years later, he entered the Society of Jesus under the influence of Blessed Peter Faber, one of the first companions of St. Ignatius of Loyola. He founded the first Jesuit house in Germany and became a priest in 1546. Only 1 year after his ordination, Peter accompanied the Bishop of Augsburg to the Council of Trent as a theological advisor. He spent a portion of his time in Italy working directly with St. Ignatius Loyola before leaving for Bavaria, where he would serve as a university professor and also as a catechist. During the 1550s, Peter's evangelistic journeys took him to Prague, where eventually he founded a Jesuit school along with another in Bavaria, and later a third in Munich. In 1555, a landmark year for Canisius, St. Ignatius promoted him to a leadership of position within the order, which he held until 1569, and published his first and longest version of the Catholic Catechism. Involved in discussions with Protestants in 1557, Peter made a strong case for the Church by showing how the adherents of Protestantism could not agree with one another in matters of doctrine. Canisius' service to the Council of Trent continued during the early 1560s. He kept a demanding schedule of preaching and establishing universities. A mystical experience in 1584 convinced him that he should cease his travels and remain in Switzerland for the rest of his life. He spent his last years building up the church in Fribourg through his preaching, teaching, and writing. He suffered a near-fatal stroke in 1591, but recovered and continued as an author for 6 years. The Dutch Jesuits saw writing as an essential form of apostolic work, a view supported by the continued use of his catechism long after his death. He was canonized and declared a doctor of the Church by Pope Pius XI in 1925. In a famous saying, the Jesuit priest revealed the secret behind the accomplishments of his energetic and fruitful life. If you have too much to do, with God's help, you will find time to do it all. St. Peter Canisius. Peter, as you know, comes from the Aramaic meaning rock. He was rock solid in his holiness, and that's why he's a saint.